Hi everyone, welcome back to Bible in a Year. We are on day 48 and I am so glad you've joined me today. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It is hyper windy over here. Everything is blowing all over the place. The trees are bowing like this. It is just crazy outside today. So if you hear a little bit of whirling going on, it might be the heater that's right next to me. Hopefully it won't be a problem. But we're just gonna get into the day. Day 48. We're gonna be reading Genesis 48, Job chapter 21, Luke chapter 22, verses 14 through 38, and then we'll close out the day with Psalm 35, verses 19 through 28. So welcome. Let's get started with Genesis 48. Here we go. After these things, someone said to Joseph, "Behold, your father is sick." He took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. Someone told Jacob and said, "Behold, your son Joseph comes to you." And Israel strengthened himself and sat on the bed. Jacob said to Joseph, "God Almighty appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me, and said to me, 'Behold, I will make you fruitful and multiply you, and I will make of you a company of peoples, and will give this land to your offspring after you for an everlasting possession.' Now your two sons, who were born to you in the land of Egypt, before I came to you in Egypt, are mine, Ephraim and Manasseh, even as Reuben and Simeon will be mine. Your offspring, whom you become the father of after them, will be yours. They will be called after the name of their brothers in their inheritance. As for me, when I came from Padan, Rachel died beside me in the land of Canaan on the way, when there was still some distance to come to Ephrath, and I buried her there on the way to Ephrath, also called Bethlehem." Israel saw Joseph's sons and said, "Who are these?" Joseph said to his father, "They are my sons, whom God has given me here." He said, "Please bring them to me, and I will bless them." Now the eyes of Israel were dim for his age, so that he couldn't see well. Joseph brought them near to him, and he kissed them and embraced them. Israel said to Joseph, "I didn't think I would see your face, and behold, God has let me see your offspring also." Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand toward Israel's right hand, and brought them near to him. Israel stretched out his hand and laid it on Ephraim's head, who was younger, and his left hand on Manasseh's head, guiding his hands knowingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. He blessed Joseph and said, "The God before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac walked, the God who has fed me all my life long to this day, the angel who has redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads, and let my name be named on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac. Let them grow into a multitude upon the earth." When Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand on the head of Ephraim, it displeased him. He held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. Joseph said to his father, "Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put your right hand on his head." His father refused and said, "I know, my son, I know." He also will become a people, and he also will be great. However, his younger brother will be greater than he, and his offspring will become a multitude of nations. He blessed them that day, saying, Israel will bless in you, saying, God make you as Ephraim and as Manasseh. He set Ephraim before Manasseh. Israel said to Joseph, Behold, I am dying, but God will be with you and bring you again to the land of your fathers. Moreover, I have given to you one portion above your brothers, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow. Israel is born. It's the early days. Job chapter 21. And Job is still speaking with his friends. They're very chatty. Then Job answered, Listen diligently to my speech. Let this be your consolation. Allow me, and I also will speak. After I have spoken, mock on. As for me, is my complaint to man? Why shouldn't I be impatient? Look at me and be astonished. Lay your hand on your mouth. When I remember, I am troubled. Horror takes over my flesh. Why do the wicked live, become old, yes, and grow mighty in power? Their child is established with them in their sight, their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of God upon them. Their bulls breed without fail. Their cows calve and don't miscarry. They send out their little ones like a flock. Their children dance. They sing to the tambourine and harp and rejoice at the sound of the pipe. They spend their days in prosperity. In an instant they go down to Sheol. They tell God, Depart from us, for we don't want to know about your ways. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? What profit should we have if we pray to him? Behold, their prosperity is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often is it that the lamp of the wicked is put out, that their calamity comes on them, that God disrupts sorrows, that God distributes sorrows in his anger? How often is it that they are as stubble before the wind, as chaff that the storm carries away? You say, God lays up his iniquity for his children. Let him recompense it to himself, that he may know it. Let his own eyes see his destruction. Let him drink of the wrath of the Almighty. For what does he care for his house after him, when the number of his months is cut off? Shall any teach God knowledge, since he judges those who are on high? One dies in his full strength, being wholly at ease and quiet. His pails are full of milk. The marrow of his bones is moistened. Another dies in bitterness of soul and never tastes of good. They lie down alike in the dust. The worm covers them. Behold, I know your thoughts, the plans with which you would wrong me. For you say, Where is the house of the prince? Where is the tent in which the wicked live? Haven't you asked wayfaring men? Don't you know their evidences, that the evil man is reserved to the day of calamity, that they are led out to the day of wrath? Who will declare his way to his face? Who will repay him what he has done? Yet he will be borne to the grave. Men will keep watch over the tomb. The clods of the valley will be sweet to him. All men will draw after him, as there were innumerable before him. So how can you comfort me with nonsense? Because in your answers there remains only falsehood. You go, Job. All right, Luke chapter 22, verses 14 through 38. When the hour had come, he sat down with the 12 apostles, and he said to them, I have earnestly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I tell you, I will no longer by any means eat of it until it is fulfilled in God's kingdom. He received a cup, and when he had given thanks, he said, Take this and share it among yourselves. For I tell you, I will not drink at all again from the fruit of the vine until God's kingdom comes. He took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke and gave it to them, saying, This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in memory of me. Likewise, he took the cup after supper, saying, This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. But behold, the hand of him who betrays me is with me at the table. The Son of Man indeed goes as it has been determined, but woe to that man through whom he is betrayed. They began to question among themselves which of them it was who would do this thing. A dispute also arose among them, which of them was considered to be the greatest. He said to them, The kings of the nations lord it over them, and those who have authority over them are called benefactors. But not so with you. Rather, the one who is greater among you, let him become as the younger, and one who is governing as one who serves. For who is greater, one who sits at the table or one who serves? Isn't it he who sits at the table? But I am among you as one who serves. But you are those who have continued with me in my trials. I confer on you a kingdom, even as my Father conferred on me, that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom. You will sit on thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. The Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan asked to have all of you, that he might sift you as wheat. But I prayed for you, that your faith wouldn't fail. You, when once you have turned again, establish your brothers. He said to him, Lord, I am ready to go with you, both to prison and to death. He said, I tell you, Peter, the rooster will by no means crow today until you deny that you know me 3 times. He said to them, When I sent you out without purse, bag, and sandals, did you lack anything? They said nothing. Then he said to them, But now, whoever has a purse, let him take it, and likewise a bag. Whoever has none, let him sell his cloak and buy a sword. For I tell you that this which is written must be fulfilled in me. He was counted with transgressors. for that which concerns me is being fulfilled. They said, Lord, behold, here are 2 swords. He said to them, that is enough. The disciples still, they just don't have, they don't understand the gravity of what is going on that evening. And Jesus knows, he knows it all. He knows it all. And I would like to go back to verse 20 and just reread that. This is my message for this channel, for the Bible in the Year. We have many points of history and parables and thoughts and ideas, and but this is the whole point that I want to express in this channel. If you hear nothing else, if you fall asleep during, some of the genealogies, if your mind wanders off during, what was that? Genesis 33 or something crazy land. This is what I wish the world would hear. It starts at verse 20. Likewise, he took the cup after supper, saying, this cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. So church, we can go back to all the old laws and what God hates and his fire and wrath. We can, it's history. It happened. Absolutely. But Jesus came and offered a new covenant to love God first, and then to also love people. Love and love. Moving on to Psalm 35. If anybody thinks I might be on the wrong track, you can either email me or feel free to put it in the comments. I am all about discussion. I really do love discussion, but people don't discuss very often, and so I just say it. If there's anything you'd like to talk about, let's talk. If I get 1,000 subscribers, then we can go live and have a live chat. That would be a blast. Psalm 35, verses 14 through 28. No. I'm sorry. See, here we go again. Psalm 35, verses 19 through 28. There we are. Don't let those who are my enemies wrongfully rejoice over me. Neither let those who hate me without cause wink their eyes, for they don't speak peace, but they devise deceitful words against those who are quiet in the land. Yes, they opened their mouths wide against me. They said, aha, aha, our eye has seen it. You have seen it, Yahweh. Don't keep silent. Lord, don't be far from me. Wake up. Rise up to defend me, my God. My Lord, contend for me. Vindicate me, Yahweh my God, according to your righteousness. Don't let them gloat over me. Don't let them say in their heart, aha, that's the way we want it. Don't let them say, we have swallowed him up. Let them be disappointed and confounded together who rejoice at my calamity. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor who magnify themselves against me. Let those who favor my righteous cause shout for joy and be glad. Yes, let them say continually, may Yahweh be magnified, who has pleasure in the prosperity of his servant. My tongue shall talk about your righteousness and about your praise all day long. Yep. So, okay, we're going to decide, are we going to keep this? Wait, where's the camera? Are we going to keep it? Do we keep this one? Or do I refilm the entire day? Let's go ahead and close it out. I'll watch it back, see how it goes. Maybe y'all had a good laugh or a good scare. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day today. And please join me again for tomorrow, which is going to be day 49. We will see you then. Bye.